The May jobs report dropped this morning, and the headline number is going to dominate the coverage all weekend. 172,000 jobs added. More than double what economists forecasted. Unemployment held at 4.3%. Strongest 3-month advance in over 2 years. Watch the financial news for the next 48 hours and you will hear the word resilient repeated until it loses meaning. But here is what the resilience narrative misses. The composition. Where the jobs went tells a very different story than the headline suggests. And if you're a white-collar professional, that story is the one you need to hear. This is your briefing. Of the 172,000 jobs added in May, here is the breakdown. Leisure and hospitality, 70,000 jobs. Mainly food services and drinking establishments. Local government, 55,000 jobs. Healthcare, 35,000 jobs. Manufacturing, 7,000 jobs. Add those 4 categories. 167,000 of the 172,000 jobs. Now look at where the jobs did not go. Financial activities declined. Information sector, continuing decline. Federal government, continuing decline. Tech sector layoffs continued through May. Cisco, Meta, Walmart Corporate, Acrisure, Intuit, Amdocs, Groupon. Not in the BLS headline report, but documented elsewhere. Let me say this directly. The jobs being created right now are not the jobs most professional class workers are looking for. Restaurant servers, hotel staff, local government administrative roles, healthcare support workers. These are real jobs. They matter. But they are not knowledge work roles. They are not the corporate jobs being cut. They are not interchangeable with what a laid-off middle manager, or a displaced engineer, or a fired financial analyst can step into. Look beneath the headline and the worker reality gets sharper. Wage growth. Up 3.4% year-over-year. Sounds reasonable until you compare it to inflation. Core PCE 3.3%. CPI 3.8%. PPI 6%. Your wages are barely keeping pace. And the 3.4% growth rate is the slowest pace since August 2021. Slowing. Not accelerating. Long-term unemployment. 27 weeks or more without work. Up 524,000 year-over-year. 27.5% of all unemployed people have been out of work for more than 6 months. Once you cross 26 weeks of unemployment, the hiring data shows, you become significantly harder to place. That cohort is growing. The labor force participation rate. Stuck at 61.8%. Below where it sat before the pandemic. Meaning some workers have simply stopped looking. People employed part-time for economic reasons. 4.8 million. These are workers who want full-time work but can only find part-time. Underemployment exists outside the headline rate. And from Tuesday's JOLTS report, quits dropped to 2.98 million. The lowest level since mid-2020. Workers are not voluntarily leaving their jobs. Because they are afraid. Afraid of what they will find on the other side. Afraid the next role will not exist. Afraid the algorithm and the AI and the layoffs will catch them between jobs. That fear shows up in the data. And it confirms something specific. The labor market is not healthy. The labor market is trapped. Put it together and a picture emerges that the headline number cannot show. Job creation is concentrated in sectors that pay less than the jobs being lost. Wage growth is slowing as inflation runs hot. Workers are afraid to quit. Long-term unemployment is rising. Underemployment is sticky. This is not a strong labor market. This is a labor market where the people inside it cannot move freely. And the people outside it cannot easily get back in. The trapped worker economy. It does not show up in the headline 172,000. It shows up everywhere underneath. 3 moves for working professionals based on what today's data actually shows. Move 1. If you are employed in a white-collar role, your current job is more valuable than the open market suggests. Workers staying put is not a sign of contentment. It is a sign of caution. Treat your current role as a position you defend strategically, not one you take for granted. Document your contributions. Build relationships. Strengthen your evidence base for the next review and the next negotiation. Move 2. If you are job searching, expect the search to take longer than it should. The opening data looks reasonable. 7.6 million job openings. But the composition of those openings is shifting towards sectors that may not match your profile. Plan for an extended search. Build runway. Network deliberately. The job posting is no longer the leading indicator. The relationship is. Move 3. If you are unemployed and approaching 26 weeks, this is the urgent message. The data is unambiguous. Long-term unemployed face dramatically harder re-entry than recently unemployed. If you are at or near 26 weeks, expand your search radius. Consider adjacent industries. Consider contract or interim work to maintain employment status. The technical detail of being employed somewhere matters in the algorithm and the screening process in ways most professionals don't realize until it's too late. 172,000 jobs. Beat every forecast. Headline strong. Composition concerning. White-collar professionals pay attention to where the jobs went. Not just how many there were. The trapped worker economy is real. And it is showing up in every layer of the data beneath the resilient narrative. Plan accordingly. This is what the talent. The move is yours.